And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means? It's time for all the toy news, action figure news of the week that interested me, that hopefully interests you, and we're going retro today as so many companies announcing retro toy news, and we're going to dive into all of it here in this very video. Of course, going to start off with a little bit of housekeeping. It is the month of January. That means a new Patreon giveaway. Of course, Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel. Plenty of videos every single day, much earlier than YouTube, sometimes years earlier. You also get bonus exclusive videos like a collection tour that wasn't my collection in December as a Patreon exclusive video. So a lot of stuff going on over there, as well as giveaways. Giving away the Hacksaw Jim Duggan from December this weekend over there on Patreon. But of course, January, new giveaway, new month. Same toy line, big rubber guys. Once again, you know me, I love my guys big and full of rubber. Got an extra Matt Hardy to give away this month. So check out the Patreon, link in the description down below. Sign up over there. Be a chance to win this, of course, Matt Hardy giveaway. So shout out to the Patreon members, new and old for sure. So we're diving into that one there. Of course, a lot going on the YouTube channels, but a lot going on social media. Another giveaway going on right now as of today. Head over to my Instagram, get your guess in. It is the 2024 Great Clip Tie giveaway. I'm going to give away a fabulous prize, or at least a prize to somebody. All you got to do is head over to my Instagram, follow the rules over there, and you can enter. You can enter. And you could win a fabulous prize. But this is all the clip ties from 2024. I spent the whole year saving these, and I honestly thought there would be so many from Todd McFarlane on the couch. And Todd, 95% of these are from you and your toy lines. I thought there'd be more than this. And you know how many unboxings we did. We did over 1,000 action figure unboxings in 2024. Hardest working man, of course, in the toy business right here. We unboxed all those, and I saved every single tie. I thought I'd be able to at least swim in a kiddie pool. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen there, but I am going to give away a toy to anybody that can correctly guess this. Like I said, find the Instagram post, and then, of course, do all the instructions there, and you can enter to be a part of a free giveaway. Hey, it's free. You can't beat that, of course. So, got all these there. Very, very fun. Of course, new year, new me. Maybe not, but we start the countdown to the 5-year anniversary of this very YouTube channel. We got to do something special in March when we do hit 5 years. We'll, of course, do a video to celebrate the 5 years, as we usually do here. And that's a big milestone. We'll also have a lot of giveaways around there. And I want to say, if we can hit 50,000 subscribers by then, we got about 3 months to do it. Can we get there? It's going to be close. We'll see if it happens. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Tell a friend, all that kind of fun stuff as well. But we'll have all kinds of stuff over there, and we'll figure out the 5-year anniversary of this YouTube channel. I can't believe it's been 5 years, and this year going to be a year full of surprises, so you won't want to miss out. Stay tuned to the channel, as I always say. And, of course, a few other housekeeping stuff. Collection tour. If you missed it, check it out. Every single day, people ask me, and I actually had somebody today, right before I filmed this, hey, have you thought about doing a new collection tour yet? Yes, I have thought about it. I did post it about 3 weeks ago. So if you're one of those people that haven't seen it yet, check out part 1 and don't forget part 2 and a little Patreon exclusive of another collection you might want to check out as well. Check it all out. It's all up on the YouTube channel. Things move fast. Make sure you subscribe, as I always do say. And then, of course, we're diving into all things action figure for 2024 over the last 6 weeks or so. Been counting down the best in action figures of 2024. Unboxed them all. Now we got to talk about them all, and we got to do all of our rankings. Finishing up the rankings for the year this week, of course, to come on the channel, we will do a top 10 countdown where we find the best action figure of 2024. Going to be an all-timer, as usual it is, and we'll find out how that goes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all the best of year-end reminiscing videos, counting them all down. A lot going on. You know, you could almost say I'm your man for the 2024 countdown videos.
Been looking for you all my life.
And if you're looking for someone that'll treat you right and never cheat on you and never tell you lies, honey, if that's your plan, I'm your man.
Never forget the hot rod. And then, of course, never forget sponsor of this very video here of the Toy News of the Week, Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. You'll see a bunch of stuff I picked up over at Jay's in weekly purchases tomorrow. A lot of good stuff going on with them as well. New year, new companies, new things going on. They're taking their online stuff to another level. I was actually at their warehouse visiting on a tour not too long ago. You're not going to believe some of the stuff they got in store for 2025, and especially if you're local to them as well, some big surprises as well. So shout out to the Jay's Toys and Games crew over there. But now let's dive into some of the stuff. And instead of starting with wrestling, it's a very wrestling heavy week. I'm going to start with something else. I'm going to start with something else very near and dear to my heart. One we did a countdown of just last week, top 10, a very popular one. It is G.I. Joe. And then, of course, I think it was last Sunday, what is time, about a week ago, we saw some factory leaks of some upcoming retro figures. Now, we did see CoverGirl. This time, she's blonde. And she's got a hat, too. Oh, don't forget the hat. But CoverGirl, how do you think of her? I think of her as blonde usually. I know people think different ways. This one is going to be blonde. Very cool to get a CoverGirl from the retros. We also saw the Cobra Bat. Got to get the most out of your molds. We know how that goes. But man, it feels like we've had so many bats. Will this be like the 6th or 7th version of the bat we've had from the Classified series? Obviously, this one going to be a little bit different. Almost makes me regret Army building the OG bat. However, this one looks really good. I'm definitely going to pick up 2 or 3 of these as well. You can never have too many bats. We know how that goes. Unless they're in your house, I've heard. Who knows? We've got the bats coming. Techno Viper, again, of course, part of a vehicle with the Trouble Bubble last time. I think some people will be interested in this one here. I know I'll pick up at least another 1 or 2 of that one. One I've been screaming for, and up on Patreon, you already saw the review. I unboxed the Super 7 Ultimate Roadblock. I said, I can't believe we haven't got green shirt G.I. Joe characters, figures, whatever, from Super 7 or G.I. Joe Classified. Well, here we go. I don't know if it's going to be in the Classified series or the Retro series. Either way, we're going to finally get some green shirts. You got the white guy, you got the black guy. Mix and match them. Do it however you want to. But going to be very cool to Army build some guys on the Joe side for once. I am here for that. Of course, we remember the cartoon very fondly. I know I do. And you remember all those green shirts running around back in the day. And I was, as kids, like, man, I wish they had those guys. They never did. Well, the time is officially now. And the time is now, of course, for probably the biggest release of 2025, coming right around the corner. Not soon enough, if you ask me. It is, of course, the true leader of G.I. Joe, the true leader of the Eco Warriors team. And don't forget Tiger Force, a little sub-team called Tiger Force. You know, Duke, the second in command over there, just like he should be and really is, if we all know. We got Flint. Flint coming in hard in the retro line. The all-time greatest. I am here for this. Talk about quadruple up club on this figure here. Looks like an all-timer of a figure. Cannot wait to get that in my hands. Man, oh man, that's going to be an all-timer. Got to be at the top of the top 10 list in 2025, doesn't it? I don't know how it couldn't be, but we'll see what ends up happening with that one there. But a lot of good stuff from the G.I. Joe front. A lot of orders getting pushed up from Hasbro Pulse, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment, things like that. Xandar, the Saw Viper, some of that stuff all coming earlier. Dial Tone, don't forget Dial Tone. I should have those maybe this week, so we'll see on that too. Always love a new G.I. Joe day, you know me. Moving on to the Simpsons. So the Simpsons Jakks line continues off, and we get another repaint. And I totally understand these repaints. I feel like it's just too soon for another Bart Simpson with a different shirt on. I get it. Gotta get the most out of your molds. But to me, this Bart Simpson should be about 6-7 series down the line. Then put another Bart out. We already got Bart swimming on the shelves at Walmarts and Targets. He's fairly easy to find. You can go online, you can get him. Wait till that original Bart is long sold out from all the other ones, then come out with that one. So I don't understand what Jakks is doing, and Jakks been around the toy business a heck of a long time. It was even before the classic Superstars and Ruthless Aggression and R3s and Bone Crunchers and all that. They should know better, because if I'm a retailer like Walmart and Target, and I've had these conversations before, let me tell you, in my business world, in my day job, they're not a big fan of having, hey, I already have Bart in this instance. He's swimming on the shelves. Why do I need another Bart? I want to get rid of these Barts. I don't want people skipping over that Bart to buy this new Bart. I would say get other characters in there before that Bart comes. But once again, what do I know there? But Bart coming in a blue shirt. An iconic one, though, for sure. Just a little soon, if you ask me. Of course, Lenny and Carl fame. We got Carl Carlson. Isn't that his last name? Isn't it Carl Carlson? We got Carl coming. You know Lenny's going to be around the corner. B-Man. Oh, man. One of those great ancillary characters from The Simpsons. Simpsons. We got B-Man coming. And then Barney, another all-timer there. You got to have Barney. So a very fun wave. I believe Series 4, I believe, officially is what that one is. Can't wait to get that one in there. But of course, I will ask you all one question before we move to the next segment. Do you want a party? Well, you're in luck because it is party time, featuring Grapplers and Gimmicks and Rush Collectibles joining forces. Could it be the Mega Powers? Who knows? We'll see how it nets out in 2025. But they are joining forces for Return of the Living Dead, not Night of the Living Dead. I've seen some confusion out there. This is an 80s classic movie, a classic horror comedy, just all-around fun movie. One of actually my favorite movies of all time. So when I saw this countdown from Grapplers and Gimmicks and Rush, we talked about it last week in the Toy News. I said, what the heck could they be counting down for? Well, I guess they're teaming up and they are doing the Return of the Living Dead license. I know Mitch over there at Grapplers and Gimmicks is a huge horror fan, so it makes sense. And we've seen Rush Collectibles with monsters and stuff they've been coming out with. I guess it is a natural fit. Those two have worked together in the past. They are friendly with each other. And I've been saying it, I think I probably even said in my top 10 retro countdown. I talked about it on the TB Toycast podcast. I really feel more of these companies will start partnering up, starting to merge together, because there's so many retro companies. People are going to be lost in the dust. You team up with somebody, if you can work on an agreement, you pool your finances together, you pool your talent together, you should be able to grow and maybe put yourself ahead of others. That could be a thing for one of these guys and gals and teams and clubs, whatever you want to call it, these businesses. They could be doing that in 2025. And we're already seeing a little crossover here with Rush and Grapplers and Gimmicks, but we are getting Tarman, the most iconic part of the movie, probably. That's what most people remember it from. Me, personally, I remember Trash, Leanna Quigley. She's from a home of Seth Rollins over there in Davenport, Iowa, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the greatest scream queens of all time. Some of the best work you've ever seen in cinema. Check out her, of course, as Trash. And then you got Ernie, a lovable old guy. I love the old guys in that movie as well. So we got Ernie coming, and it does say more to come. Now, at the end of the day, this is very niche, of course. Niche, Todd McFarlane from the couch. Niche or niche? Homage or homage? Tomato, tomato. Missouri or Missouri? Well, we could go on all day with me and Todd. Of course, the witty banner from the couch. Nothing but trouble over there. Just wiggling his toes in excitement whenever he does talk. But it is a very niche movie, of course. It's been a movie that is a deep cut, but really resonates, and there's a lot of hardcore fans for it, but it's not one that everybody knows. I know if I went up to my dad and said, Dad, you ever heard of Return of the Living Dead? He'd say, no, I never heard of that. You mean Night of the Living Dead? No, not the Romero classic. So there's not a lot of people that maybe know about this, but like I said, the hardcore fans are there, and we know something about horror movie figure collectors, music collectors of memorabilia and action figures. They will step up for their brand. So it'll be very interesting to see where this one goes. And like I said, I'm a big fan of that movie. I watch it at least once a year. Remember the first time I saw it, I was just blown away. It's got heavy metal, it's got hot chicks in it, it's got zombies, it's got Tarman, it's got comedy, it's got everything I want in a movie. So, man, I'm here for this. So good luck to Rush and Grapplers and Gimmicks. Can't wait to see where this one goes in 2025. More to come, I am sure. And just like that, speaking of a Rush, we better get down to it with a little Jerry Reed. Yes, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but we got more Rush collectible news, and you'll have a little bit more of that in weekly purchases as well. But this week, they did officially pre-order, put up for order, Spellbinder, a.k.a. Fantasio. It is the magician that stole all of our hearts in the wrestling ring once upon a time. There's going to be a regular edition, and then an extremely, I think, 1 of 100 variant edition with, yes, you guessed it, real underwear, real soft goods underwear. Of course, we'll never forget that spot where he pulled the guy's underwear out. I don't know how he did it without ripping it, but he found a way. He's a magician after all. We got that coming from Rush Collectibles. A very, very deep cut, as we do know. We'll see where that one goes, but that is up for pre-order right now. Also, late breaking news on Friday, January 10th, going up for pre-order over there at our friends at Figure Collection. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. 1 of 1,000 Killer Bees from Epic Toys. We've had the British Bulldogs. We've had the Powers of Pain. We've had Demolition. Now the Killer Bees are entering the arena. Shout out to old Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. We're ready to get it. They do come with the mask, which is pretty cool as well. Can't wait to dive into that one. Goes up for pre-order on the 10th of January. Only 1,000 made, so jump in if that is your thing. And then Zombie Sailor Toys coming this week. Coming in extra hot, showing off all kinds of stuff. Once again, in the weekly purchases, I got a lot of stuff from Zombie this week that we'll be unboxing on the channel. Check out weekly purchases tomorrow or right now on Patreon. We do got Public Enemy, another 2-pack coming. Of course, ECW staples back in the day. Obviously, a cup of coffee in the WWE and WCW, but made their home in ECW. Can't wait to pick that one up. We also saw one we knew was coming, officially solicited. Sounds like it's going for sale, in stock in February. It is Kevin Sullivan, a more demented one, and with a snake this time. So you know he's extra demented, like a young Alice Cooper is what he's like right there. Kevin Sullivan coming in hot. And then one that really stole the internet. Some people down on it, some people loving it. I'm in the middle right now. I got to see it in hands. But it is their Mattel Elite style scaled King Kong Bundy. We saw that again. Now we saw that year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. I'm not sure what the holdup is on this Elite line. It feels like it's been like 4 years ago since he first talked about it. I could be wrong, but I may be right with that. It could be at least 3 years ago. We got King Kong Bundy coming. Can't wait to see how this one looks. A little weird around the neck, but this is just the prototype. We'll see what the mass-produced version looks like. But a lot of people want King Kong Bundy in their collection. Not a lot of people got the old school Mattel one, so I think this will do very well. And I wonder, is this going to be the first one, or will it be Pillman? Will it be Jarrett? Will they all be at the same time? What is the price point going to be? I mean, I'm hoping it's no more than $50, $55, but could it be $60, $65? I hope that isn't the case. I guess all will come in due time, I guess, from Zombie Sailor Team. We'll stay tuned for that. We also saw Title Run Toys this week announced the old juice, the old Hoovy juice coming to the retro line, Juventud Guerrera, without his mask. However, they did show a picture with his mask on a flagpole as a little Easter egg, so I wonder if we're going to get a regular Chase edition, a variant regular edition, whatever you want to call it. Maybe 2 different versions of Juventud. I guess we'll stay on that one there, but that is coming around the corner as well. And then this week, a big surprise. We talked about it last week with Grapplers and Gimmicks with Rick Martel, the model, of course. And shout out to Rick the Model Martel. Follow me on social medias. Very cool to see him. We had Vampiro shout out on the channel this week. A lot of moving and shaking going on, let me tell you. We're not just for Elvis Presley anymore. But Rick the Model Martel is coming to the Big Rubber Guys. It looks like they had a little window. I honestly would not be shocked to see Rick Martel sign a Legends deal. I saw him reposting things for Rick Martel for the WWE Hall of Fame. Feels like Rick finally said, wait, there's basically free money for my wrestling career I could get if I wanted to. I better go all in, and I think he did the right thing. Said, I'm going to sign with the Major Bendies. I'm going to sign with Grapplers and Gimmicks. Who knows? He could have signed with the Zombie or others out there for all we know. And then you sign right away, and then you sign to the Legends agreement. You get those figures, you get the Legends money, and you just walk off with a bunch of cash. Maybe that's what he did. I'm not exactly sure, but we got 1 month to pre-order Rick the Model Martel. Of course, MajorBendies.com. You know I'm getting my pre-order in this month. But along with Rick Martel, it's going to be an expensive month for us Big Rubber Guy fans. We got Missy Hyatt coming, the First Lady of Wrestling, as you know, in some circles. We got her coming in a nice homage. Todd McFarlane on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. We got that coming, of course, to match the Miss Elizabeth from way back in the day is basically what it'll do. Very excited about that Missy Hyatt. Her first figure ever. I can't believe that. Would not be shocked to see her sign with like a Power Town or somebody in the future as well. I think there's some more meat on the bone for old Missy Hyatt, if you ask me. We'll see what happens with that one there. And then possibly the ones I'm most excited about, the first ever work rate tag team that I was like, man, these are my boys right here. Of course, the former Horsemen, but representing the Brainbusters, it looks like here. It is Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. Very excited to get them in the Big Rubber Guys. Just getting some more of those WCW, NWA guys in the LJN style is something that I think is so cool with the Big Rubber Guys. So I am here for that all day long. And of course, twice on Sunday, would love to see a Barry Windham to go with this. Sid Vicious probably not going to be able to happen. Sounds like he is during a Legends deal now. Ole Anderson would be a great one to have. I would love to have any incarnations of the Horsemen a part of that. Let's get Paul Roma. I'm sure they can do that. Zombie got him. Zombie knows him. We'll see what happens there, but some good Big Rubber Guys coming in January. Get your pre-order in. 4 figures, going to be a very expensive month for the Big Rubber Guy collectors, but that's it for wrestling as far as I see. A couple of other little notes there. Krang Shredder, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Archie collection. Looks like that is going up at Walmart as a pre-order very soon. The listing's up. It's just not live yet, but we did see some images of that one, so stay tuned to Turtle Mania coming to a Walmart near you. We also have not heard anything official, but it was leaked a while back, January 6th, just here in a couple of days. Mattel Creations Rio Blast, He-Man Masters Universe Origins. A lot of us been waiting for Rio Blast. Can't wait to get that cowboy in the collection, but it sounds like January 6th going up on Mattel Creations. We'll see if that ends up sticking there, but that is right around the corner. Of course, Toylanta. We talked about that last week. Toylanta, PowerCon joining forces. Well, the Horsemen, of course, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, announced this week. Of course, a lot of us thought it would happen. They will be at Toylanta, aka PowerCon as well. They'll be down there celebrating, and they will have an exclusive figure. And once again, we got an homage, whatever you want to call it. Todd McFarlane changes it every time on me. But we got a G.I. Joe-inspired Mythic Cosmic Legion. More cosmic is what it looks like from the body parts. Almost looking like a heavy-duty Roadblock crossover right there. I'm here for that. That Legion life's an expensive life, as we do know. But Toylanta going to have an exclusive over there, and it sounds like later in the year they'll have a variant exclusive as well, so stay tuned to that in the future. So we did see that, and I can't believe it, Todd McFarlane, no news out of Todd McFarlane this week. Zero. I think this is the first time, Todd, you've been silent. What have you been up to this week? Oh, really? Nothing. Oh, man. Oh, nothing. He said he's been nothing. He's just been relaxing on my couch. And I've been traveling for work, and I've been doing all kinds of stuff this week. I even had to shovel all snow coming up here. Thankfully, I'm not down in Kansas City. I got the call from work from some areas down there that are pretty concerned about the snow coming. And I said, what do you mean snow? What's coming? And they're like, oh, yeah, 17 to 21 inches. I'm like, are you kidding me? That you keep that stuff down south? I don't want any of that up in my neck of the woods. My back can't take it. I need to get a new snowblower. I got to get on that this weekend. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But Todd, very, very quiet week from you. I can't believe it. But you know Todd McFarlane, the toes are always wiggling over there. Just when you think he's not thinking, those toes, they're just going like this on the couch like crazy. He's ready to go. He's going to come with something big next week, I'm sure. And we'll stay tuned for that next week, Todd. But that is it. That's the toy news of the week. A very busy first week of the year for all intents and purposes right here. A lot going on, and of course, you guys know we'll be covering it all next week in the toy news as well. Stay tuned for weekly purchases tomorrow. But first, before we get out of here, we got to get down to it. Let's get down to the album of the week. Right, album of the week, more like song of the week this week, as this will come from an album in the future. Of course, it is the latest and greatest for one of my favorite bands of the last, gosh, has it been 2 decades now? I can't believe it. What is time once again? The Darkness. I've loved The Darkness since I believe in a thing called love, and I've stuck with them ever since. A lot of people did drop off, especially in the United States, but not me. I love almost every single thing they have done. Very, very underrated rock band, still to this day and age. Love me some Darkness, and very excited for their new album right around the corner. And they did just recently, in the last couple of weeks, release a new song from that album. It is called Hate Myself, which you should never hate yourself. You should love yourself, of course, but a very, very cool song there. I love this song because it reminds me a lot of Black Leather Jacket, a very deep cut from Motorhead way back in the day, and the only Motorhead song to ever feature horns on it is Black Leather Jacket. Check that one out if you've never heard that Motorhead song. A very, very deep cut, of course. But I love this new Darkness album. Of course, it is classic Darkness, but it's got all kinds of stuff on it, including horns on this one. I'm here for that. So more from the Darkness in 2025. I am here for that as well. Hopefully catch them on tour along the way. So there it is. That is the album of the week, song of the week. How about, what was your album or song of the week? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out the giveaway over there on Instagram. You don't want to miss out on that. And of course, the Patreon channel for all kinds of content, all kinds of stuff over there every single day. And truly your best way to support the channel. Check out the Patreon, ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. My book available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, now on Kindle. It is the complete guide to the Jakks Class Superstar series. And of course, check out all my sweet dance moves on TikTok. So for another week of the toy news, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another weekend.